Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. And today this is another of my quick and easy cards. This will be number 8. I'm just making myself a wee space here. So I hope you're all well and I hope you're enjoying this series of quick and easy cards. This one I am doing from the Autumn Bouquet or Fond of Autumn bundle. So I've got the Fond of Autumn stamp set. To be honest, from the stamp set today I'm just using a sentiment, that's it. There will be more cards and there are already some cards with this set. I'm using the die today, one of the dies today. I've already cut this out because it takes a wee while just to get all the little bits out, so I decided to cut it ahead of the time. So I've got that cut out, which is one of the dies. Now you can cut that from the paper like that, or you can use this other die which fits around it. So I could have cut that out as a, you know, as a pretty piece and then stuck that on somewhere, but I just decided to cut it straight into that piece of card. So there's those two dies. There's dies that cut out the stamps, and then there's this nice banner shape for doing sentiments, and it's the banner shape today. I have done the die cutting ahead of time, but just the same, it wouldn't take you long to do that. I'm using copper today, so I've got a piece of copper sheet which is 14 centimetres by 9.7. The piece of card that I cut the pattern from is 14.4 centimetres by 10.1 centimetres, but you can do whatever increments you like. So what I'm going to do before I do anything is stick this onto the foil sheet, because it does take a little while for the glue to grab onto the foil sheet. So I just pop some. So I'm really enjoying all the autumn projects. Soon we'll be slipping in to Christmas cards, etc. But I thought I would stick with autumn as long as I can. Oh no, I want to put a few wee bits. I'll put a few wee dots in the bigger parts here just to help to hold the whole thing down. Just where you see larger bits of card. I think that should be enough to hold it down. So it's quite an uncomplicated card really. You know, it's just a die cut from a piece of white card popped onto a piece of copper sheet. I'll just I want the copper sheet to be most of the size of the white card, because it just gives it a bit more rigidity. Now I'm just going to pop the glue on there to help that make contact with the sheet until the glue dries, and then I'm going to stamp a sentiment. I'm going to do sending many thanks, because that goes the shape of that die. Also there's happy thoughts of you, and there's also this stamp which does the outline as well, but I think it's just enough to have this sending many thanks. It's quite a bold typeface, so it should take the embossing quite well. So So again, I think I've shown you a few times with photopolymer stamps, when you pull them out of the packet, sometimes, you know, they stretch very easily. So just pop it upside down on your grid paper, let it relax, and then pick it up with your block, and then that way it stays the shape. Sending many thanks. So I've got that. I've also got my Versamark, my Emboss Buddy, my brilliant tool. This is also in the mini catalogue, the July to December catalogue. This tray with the brush, the tweezers and the Emboss Buddy, they all come together as a set. I pulled out my copper emboss powder and my Versamark ink. So first of all, let's put that aside for a moment. So this just takes the static off. And then my Versamark ink. This is an old one, but because I'm doing the copper over the top, it doesn't really matter if any of the colour. I think I maybe accidentally put a stamp in here that had a bright pink, something like Flirty Flamingo or something. Anyway, ink that up. Now you really need to get your head right over. I hope I'm not showing you all my grey hair here. There you go. All my hair's grey, so I don't know why I said that. Right, so that's that. And then, whoops, always put the lid on your ink because you don't want the embossing powder going into it. Now, have I got a scrap somewhere of paper? Oh, I've got a bit of card with a fold in it here actually that will do. I've just been packing class kits for actually the Font of Autumn class. And this is one of the cards that's in the class. I don't know why I screwed that so tightly there. I think that's okay, but I forgot the wee brush just to knock off the extra bit there, but I think that's fine. Set that aside. Use the fold in the card there just to help to pop this. And then of course I forgot that I had a bit of tape on, so you see that's all stuck to the bit of tape. Right. And lid on the embossing powder before I spill it. Right, and then the fantastic thing here that we've got, I didn't use the tray obviously. Do you know what? I'm getting so old I forget things, but I've showed you the tray and what it's for, and then I brought out a piece of card. I could have done it in the tray. I'm a loss. I never cease to amaze myself at my stupidity. That's that. Maybe a bit there that I'm not done for long enough, so let's just that's that bit done, and nearly it's just a matter of assembling this card. I'll show you me using that another time. Nightmare. So I am. So really, I am going to pop this onto the card, but I'm going to use dimensionals. So with that layer, it's just going straight on the card. And the dimensionals are here. So although you have a wee bit of die cutting to do before you really start the card, it's not complicated. It's definitely easy and it doesn't take long. So I definitely think this qualifies as quick and easy. Although it really is. It's sort of like clean and simple when it's done. I'll pop another one here. I've got this thing about symmetry. I don't know why, because when I stamp I don't use symmetry, but when I'm putting dimensionals on, for some reason. Just like my card to be balanced, I guess. And obviously need to, it's a landscape card, just need to make sure that it's all going to be nice and straight when it's on. And then this is going on with dimensionals as well. So again, you might want to trim them down a wee bit, but if you're careful, they fit in fine. Usually 3, 1 in the middle to stop it sinking, but I need the spaces there because I'm going to pop my wee trinket in there. So maybe just about there. I'm going to use one of these little trinkets. They're called open leaf trinkets. And they come with the Splendid Day Suite, which is also in the July to December mini catalogue. I just want a glue dot, and I had my glue dots out and they're right in front of me. So I just want to put one on the front and one on the back. And I'm just going to try and slip this in, maybe just about here. And the just I know it's not copper, but it blends, you know, it's a pinky metal, so it blends quite well with the copper. It's fine. And then I'm going to use some of these fine sparkle adhesive gems, and I'm going to use these sort of yellowy ones. I mean, you could put a puff of colour in here if you wanted. So these fine sparkle adhesive gems, if you bought my kit this month, you will have half a pack of these in your kit. So I'm tempted to just try these pinky red ones because I think they'll just pop on this. Finally using my Take Your Pick tool. Remember, I had left it in class pack, but I got it back onto my desk again. There we go, 5. And I think I'm done. I think that's just a nice, clean and simple card. I quite like the pop of the reddish tone in it. Yeah, I quite like that. So thanks very much. That is card number 8 with Fond of Autumn. We've used that one and some dies. We've used the Send in Many Thanks. No colours of ink, just copper sheet, which you'll find in the annual catalogue towards the back, and copper embossing powder. So thank you very much for coming again to see yet another of my cards. Please subscribe, please press the bell icon, and please share this out or pin it to Pinterest, anywhere that you think people might enjoy it. Thank you.